48 miles an hour. Plans regarding this, the 110, is to pretty much, because it's the 2.5 NA, I've got issues with the starter motor, it just occasionally works, but it feels like it, and the stator is pretty much gone, so I have to sort of bypass every now and then, which does get frustrating and embarrassing if you're out in the middle of nowhere, like supermarket, for instance, with crowd of people around you. Alternator, I think it's on its 4th belt at the minute. I've got a spare belt in the back with tools to change ready for when it snaps again, not if, when, and the radiator is leaking. Now how I'm fixing that currently, because it's where it's got a leak, I'm sort of plugging it up with chewing gum. Professional, I know. It's basically just to buy me some time, because originally I was going to put my the disco. The lay shaft and the gearbox went, so I only had 5th in reverse like I suspected, and it was a gearbox out job. Now I couldn't do it on my own with what, hang on, oh yeah, so when I got this I thought, right, I've got the 2.5 NA in it, I've got the 300 TDI, and I've got the TD5 on standby sort of thing. Like, what do I, what's the best engine for what I'd need? Well, it's like you've got the 2.5, you've got this engine and the 300 TDI. They're like a tractor engine, there's nothing to them, there's no electrical crap with it. The engine in question, the 300 TDI I'm on about, actually has the mechanical fuel pump, so less shit to go wrong. And if you know what you're talking about, you can crank the fuel pump up. Don't give you get a little bit more liveness out of it, a little bit of power, but the main thing you'll find is you've had to smoke everyone out. But yeah, so I came to a decision. I was going to sell the TD5, which I did, which I don't want to say I regret, but it sounded lovely, that engine. So I'm going to see about getting this put in, trav work done, get the 300 TDI put in this, and it will be done all legitly and above board. I did say that, but look, I want it done on DVLA, etc, etc, etc. He said, yeah fella, that's not a problem, we can do that for you. But it isn't a case of just bolting the engine in, because what you've got to do is you've got to move the engine mounts. So that means cutting off the chassis, cutting the old chassis, the mounts off the chassis, and then welding the 300 ones in. Okay. Yeah, instead of that, obviously I've got the R380 gearbox, where I've got the actual housing thing under there to go on it as well. What other stuff have I got with it? About rummaging through the boxes, and most of them are actually back there. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah. I thought, well, because Defenders, the prices are just through the absolute roof, I thought I'll probably be looking for one where the engine is either broken or not there. So right, if I'm getting it one where the engine isn't there, this is before this, when I first thought of it, I thought, well, I can put my disco engine in, my TD5, because I know that engine's sweet as a nut. I know there's nothing wrong with it, and it's a 15p, which is out the two the better engine. And there's nothing wrong with it, and I thought, brilliant, that's good. So when I got this, I thought, right, okay, I've got a, but obviously it was straight with it. Look, obviously you know it's not super perfect, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. He was going to do a 300 TDI conversion in it, so that's why the 2.5 NA wasn't really, you know, it's going to be pulled out and the 300 put in, which makes sense obviously with the R380 gearbox, not the LC77. I knew full well the TD5 would be better for performance side and like fuel economy and that, and they sound lovely. But I knew electrics, I don't like the idea of those electrics. I don't like the fact that they're known for that injector loop to go wrong. And we're back. The battery is actually dying, which don't really help, so I might have to just put it on charge and find my mount actually stick up properly, so I might be doing to actually overtake something. I'll be able to actually get to the speed limit. Oh, the power. I want to do like a review video of that before I drive it off here. I'll put the camera up there and I'm driving. I'm like, oh, the power. This is, I think that's 70 brake horsepower. For the TDI stock is 111, I believe. So I won't really be gaining much, only just 40 brake horsepower, but believe me, it makes a difference. The maximum I've had out of this is 70 on the motorway. I'll tell you what, sketchy. Then it went to about 60, then 55. Well, battery's still working, so that's a good start. I don't even know if it's actually recording. I don't know if it is. Well, I think it is. It wants to be, but I just moaned all to myself at the moment. TDI in this, over the moon happy, daily using the workhorse. I can use it as it is, it's not a problem. It's obviously when you go to start it, it's just that start moment, it's just so bad. You can even just do nothing, go cluck cluck cluck, or it'll spin, then go bang when it's trying to actually engage. But the motor's spinning. That's if the stator's actually working. Because if it don't work, I'm going to use the crowbar back there to go across, or use a 50p piece. Final sense about the crowbar at the back, the only reason I have that is because when the fan belt snaps again, I've got the tools to change it. I believe off the top of my head it's a 30mm spanner. Just try and do the adjuster, move the alternator in. It's passing a red 90. Yeah, put the belt on, adjust it back up with the crowbar and do the nut, job done. It's literally that quick. But the pulley on the alternator is actually gone, so what I've got to do is I have to keep greasing it with a bit of like oil. Yes, it's don't have power steering. I do have the power steering conversion kit for it,